Well, hello there, boys and girls. It's Kid Bombing here, and welcome back to my channel. Some of you are excited for Christmas. I can't wait until 3 weeks away for the festive holiday season of the year. And I can't wait for Christmas holidays. I hope you guys are looking forward to it. So, on this video, I'll be doing another Christmas themed read aloud. So, I'm going to do Christmas themed Disney storybook. I have got to show you. I have got Disney's Beauty and the Beast Enchanted Christmas. It looks so absolute festive, very festive to Disney classics. This is Disney's Wonderful World of Reading. It's published by Gruler Book Club Edition. Some of you like classic Disney's Beauty and the Beast. I love Beauty and the Beast. I have been reading Beauty and the Beast in previous videos. It's got Cogsworth, Lumiere, Belle and the Beast. Okay. Feel free to, if you're happy, please write your comments down below and give a thumbs up. Okay. So, enjoy the video. I'll go read to you. It was a very special Christmas. Everyone in the castle was happy now that the prince and beautiful Belle were so much in love. The cook, Mrs. Potts, and her little son Chip, and old Cogsworth, the head butler, joined Belle and the prince, and they all watched as the sweet young Angelique and jolly Lumiere finished decorating the tree. Little Chip thought the castle looked beautiful now. As Belle and the prince left the room, he asked his mother, "Why is it just as beautiful last year, Mother? I can't remember." Mrs. Potts told her son on the lap and said, "Well, Chip, last year was very different. At first, weren't sure there would even be a Christmas. But I got our master and the Belle together. I saved Christmas," cried tall, thin Lumiere. "No, I did it," said short, fat Cogsworth. "Well," said Mrs. Potts, "I think we all helped. You must remember that the master was still a beast, and we all looked completely different because of that dreadful magic spell. But Belle seemed rather to like the master, even though he was so dreadfully bad-tempered. And so just before Christmas, we all encouraged him to take her out ice skating. But the beast wasn't used to being with pretty young ladies. He felt rather shy and embarrassed, and he suddenly did not want to slip and fall on the ice. Not in front of Belle. But soon, with Belle's help and encouragement, the beast learned to move along the ice next to her. At first, he was a little shaky, but gradually he began to enjoy himself. Meanwhile, high in the castle, the little piccolo called Feve looked down and watched them. "Quick, tell me, what do you see?" Bellowed Forte, the great organ on the wall behind him. "You see, before the magic spell was put on the castle, Feve had been a piccolo player, and Forte had been a castle's court composer. When Feve told Forte that the beast was skating with a pretty young girl, Forte was jealous. He became furious. "The master should be listening to my music and not wasting time with young girls," he bellowed. Then he sent little Feve out to spy on Belle and the Beast. Outside, little Feve found Belle lying on her back in the snow, moving her arms and legs to make the snow angel. Of course, the beast wanted to make his own snow angel too. But when the beast saw the pattern he had made in the snow, he became very angry with himself. "Look at me," he growled. "I'm so ugly I can't even make the angels in the snow. I just leave monsters behind me." Then, hurried back to the castle, his good mood was ruined. Belle felt so sorry for the beast that she decided that she would give him a very special present. But what? When she got back to the castle, she had an idea. Belle sat down and began to write the story for the beast, a story that might give him hope. Meanwhile, down in the kitchen, all the servants were talking about Christmas, but not Cogsworth. That the little clock said, "There will be no Christmas this year. No Christmas, don't you remember? It was at Christmas time that the master was changed into the beast, and we all changed too." "No Christmas? What a shame," said Mrs. Potts with a smile. "That will mean no roast turkey, no lovely pudding, no sweet, delicious Christmas cake." "Christmas cake?" said Cogsworth, his mouth suddenly watering. "Well, I suppose we could have a little Christmas celebration with a Christmas cake and turkey," he said. Later, Belle joined the servants, and together they brought the Christmas decorations down from her attic. But one of the decorations for a little angel named Angelique was spectacle. "Our master, the beast, will never let us hold a real Christmas. The memory of Christmas is still too painful for him," she reminded them. But the whole time that Belle and the others were decorating, the little Veve was watching their every move. "I must tell Forte everything I've seen," he said to himself. He suddenly won't be pleased about this. When Veve told the great organ about Belle's Christmas plans, Forte laughed and said, "Ha! Now I know how can we get our master away from that foolish young girl." And when the beast came up to hear some music, Forte told him all about Christmas decorations. The beast exploded with anger at the mere mention of Christmas. For not long ago, he had still been a rich and handsome young prince, who was unfortunately both selfish and vain. And he had been at Christmas time, that old woman had came to his door and asked for shelter. And when the selfish was young prince unkindly told her to go away, she turned herself into the good fairy, and she changed the prince into the beast as a punishment. You and everyone in the castle will only turn back to normal if you can get a young girl to love the beast like you," she had told the shocked prince. So naturally, the beast hated Christmas and everything connected with it. After hearing about Belle's Christmas plans for Forte, the beast searched the castle for Belle. Eventually, he found her in the cellar, choosing a Yule log for the Christmas fire. "There will be no Christmas, no, now or ever again," he bellowed, and took a Yule log from her. But when they got upstairs, Belle brought out the story she had written and gave it to the beast. "Well, there is no Christmas. There is to be no Christmas," she said to him with a smile. "Then I had better give you your present now." The beast felt guilty of bellowing at Belle, and even worse, because he had no Christmas present for her. So he rushed out upstairs and commanded Forte to compose a happy Christmas tune in Belle's honour. Forte didn't like that command at all. Meanwhile, Belle and little Chip were outside in the castle grounds, looking for a suitable Christmas tree. "We have a Christmas tree whether the beast likes it or not," she told Chip. But all Belle and Chip could find were small, bare trees. Later, back in the castle, Belle was amazed to see a little footstool that had once been a dog rushing upstairs, and so curious, Belle followed Belle. But Belle didn't know that Forte, the great organ, had ordered Veve to whistle loudly so the footstool would come, and so that Belle would follow. Forte had a cunning plan. If he could convince the beast that Belle really hated him and was looking for the chance to get away, then the beast would forget all about her and return to his only love. Forte's organ music? So Forte pretended to be nice. He lied and told Belle that if she really wanted to please the beast, she should look for the wonderful Christmas tree far outside in the dark forest. After Belle and Chip had left the castle in search of a perfect tree, the beast tried to find Belle. He wanted her to hear the tune that Forte had been ordered to compose for her. But of course, he couldn't find her anywhere. "Search for Belle everywhere," the beast told Cogsworth. But when Cogsworth and the others had searched everywhere without finding Belle, the beast looked into his magic mirror, and the mirror showed him that Belle was riding away from his castle. The beast, convinced that Belle was leaving him sadly, climbed the stairs to the music room, broken heart. He wished only to forget about Belle. Forte pretended to be sympathetic. "I know that wretched girl never really cared for you. You belong here with me and want for music," the treacherous organ told the beast. But Forte's thundering music only made the beast feel angrier. "I was a fool," he bellowed. "I thought she liked me," and the beast rushed downstairs in a rage, hurling plates and furniture across the room. Meanwhile, far in the black forest, Belle had crossed a frozen lake and found a most beautiful tree of all. "Wait until your master sees his tree," she told Chip with a smile. "I'll be ever so happy." But on the way back to the castle, the weight of the tree made the horse and cart crack the ice. The terrified little Chip fell into the lake, and Belle plunged bravely into the icy water to save the little Chip. Veve, who had been spying on them, was terrified. Belle quickly swam to the bottom of the lake, and she brought the little cup up to safety. But she couldn't pull herself out of the icy cold water. In his magic mirror, the beast had seen Belle in the black forest and was following her. The beast arrived just in time to go Belle under. Then he jumped into the icy water to save her. But the beast saved Belle from drowning, but he had not forgiven her. He still thought she had tried to escape from him, and that she had never really liked him. So when they arrived back at the castle, he locked the unhappy Belle in the castle's dungeon to teach her a lesson. But later, When the Beast was upstairs, he read Belle's story. It was the story of a good-hearted but misunderstood prince, but the prince with hope, and the Beast knew that Belle had been writing about him. At last, he believed that Belle did like him. The Beast hurried to the dungeon and brought Belle out. "Can you ever forgive me?" he asked. When Forte heard that Belle and the Beast were friends once more, the mighty organ went mad with rage, blasting out of a great explosion of sound. The music was so strong and violent that it cracked the walls and ceilings. The jealous Forte was trying his best to destroy Belle and everyone else in the castle. The Beast bravely fought his way through the huge crashing timbers and falling walls until he reached the organ. Then he quickly smashed Forte's keyboard so that the villain had to stop making his awful noise. Forte was beaten, and he started as the rest of Christmases ended up as one of the very finest. But the Belle and the Master became best of friends, and eventually that awful spell was broken, said Mrs. Potts as she finished her story. Yes, the Beast was now the handsome prince again, but when he had still been a hideous beast, Belle had given him the greatest gift of all, the gift of hope. What an enchanted Christmas it had been. The end. Okay, so I hope you love this story about the Belle and the Beast became friends, since Belle didn't like a beast at all. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video about reading Disney's Enchanted Christmas. It was so classic and absolutely festive for the family. Okay, so remember, don't forget to subscribe to my channel to hit this bell notification. Don't miss out the upcoming videos, especially festive themes for December. And you can also check out my Instagram, Twitter and Pinterest for the links down below, especially TikTok. Okay, so like, comment, subscribe and share. It's always appreciated. Okay, guys, I let you off then, and hope you're joining us today, and Merry Christmas.